Well, from the field house here at Staley High School, we're going to have a rematch here tonight of the Kearney Bulldogs and the Staley Falcons. Kearney came away with a victory here earlier in the year when it was played up at Kearney High School. See tonight whether or not they can repeat that. Your starters here for the Staley Falcons tonight are going to be Michael Brinkman, Zach Riley, John Hatfield, Brian Young, and the freshman, Trevor Lamb. And looks like Kearney will control the tip. Pruitt out front with the ball. Kicks it over to Eric Farley. Back again in the corner. Staley out with the zone. Once again, I'm sure trying to close off that middle, as Kearney definitely has an advantage here with the 6'7" Chris Head and the 6'8" Dre Starzl, and we've got a three-pointer for Kearney as they jump out. Once again, Kearney coached by Gary Belcher, and the Staley Falcons coached by James Wheeler. I'm sure Staley would like to play a pretty slow-paced game here tonight, keep the ball out of their hands. Play some good defense. Zach's going to drive. He will make it, but I think it was well after the foul, because he got smacked there early on. And they're not even going to call it a foul in the act of shooting. Was on the drive, evidently, before Zach even put the ball up. Zach again gets it into Michael Brinkmeyer. Michael puts it up on the glass, but no good. And we've got one from the corner, another three-pointer, and it's going to be Dre Starzl. Dre just a sophomore and 6'8". Boy, you know that kid's got to have a future ahead of him.
Number 40.
Dre Starzl is number 40. Grandma, the scorekeeper, wanted to know who number 40 was. Once again, Zach's going to get it inside to Michael Brinkmeyer, but Michael can't find the handle. And Kearney comes down now with a 6-0 lead with 2 3-pointers, and here's another try. That was number 6. No, number 5, I'm sorry. Alex Pruitt. Didn't think I had a 6 on my. And Staley immediately is going to go into a stall here with 5:14 to go. Like I say, I'm sure it's to their advantage to try and keep the score down low. Brian Young stands over here on this near sideline and just going to hold the ball. Coach Belcher takes a drink. Got a little time to kill. Down to 4:40.
Maybe they created a rule so this would happen.
One of the fans here in the stands is kind of pointing out that this is kind of some old-time basketball here. Trying to keep the score down, I presume. Grandma, the storekeeper, wants to know what's going on. It's going to be a low-scoring affair if we go this route. Now the Kearney players come out and pick them up, and play will resume. Trevor Lamb with the ball. Going to get it over to Michael Brinkmeyer, inside to Zach. Zach's going to drive, and it will fall. Zach Riley with 2 points, 6-2. And just 3:40 left to play here in the first quarter. Here's another three try, would be no good. And that was Dre Starzl off this side of the rim and out of bounds. Ball goes over to Staley. Brian Young now going to drive down that free throw lane, kicks it out to Michael Brinkmeyer. As I said, it's to Staley's advantage to keep the ball out of Kearney's hands. And the Falcon just went by, temporarily blocks our view here in the corner. Get it to Michael Brinkmeyer in the corner, but once again he can't find the handle and it will go out of bounds. 2:48 to play. Kearney with a 6-2 lead. And I think they're going to say somebody put a knee into him. And fouls on Michael Brinkmeyer. That's his first foul, first team foul. Staley holds on to that zone, trying to plug that middle up. And we're going to have a traveling call on Dre Starzl. Staley in no hurry. They bring the ball down slowly. Keep it out front. Trying to spread them out, I think, as much as they can. They know if they get them spread out, then there might be an open lane to the basket. Now, well, finally one defensive player from Kearney steps into the free throw lane, but there wasn't the one. And look, both the 6'8" and 6'7" boys are out here past the three-point arc. (6-2), a minute and 35 to go here in the first quarter. Staley just sort of playing keep away. Like I say, waiting for that opportunity where there might be a passing lane or a dribbling lane to the basket. And Trevor Lamb tries to dribble between two guys, two players, and the ball is taken away. And they're going to get it inside to Starzl, and he kicks it out for a three. And it's missed, and Zach Riley's going to come away with a rebound. That was A.J. Shippard with the shot, but no good. Riley with the rebound, and once we come down here again, now we are down to like 35 seconds in the first quarter. Kick it over to Hatfield in the corner, cross court to Young. 25 seconds. And Brian was now we're 15 seconds, and Coach Wheeler says, let's play. Going to get it into Michael Brinkmeyer. He makes the shot, but a little too hard on the glass, no good. Trevor Lamb's going to steal it, a shot, no good. And it's going to be Kearney ball with 1.3 seconds to go. And this is going to be a pretty low scoring first quarter, as it's 6-2 right now, 1.3 seconds to go. Long throw, no good. Michael Brinkmeyer is gonna catch it. And the score here after one period of play is gonna be the Kearney Bulldogs 6 and the Staley Falcons 2. Let's watch the cheerleaders there. Oh, to be young and limber. Here we go with second quarter. Once again, Kearney with a 6-2 lead. Staley playing a little stall ball. Staley keeping the ball out on the perimeter. Looking like a save for a way to get inside. They've had a couple, but once again, the lid on the basket for Staley. Staley really trying to spread them out as much as they can. Going to give it to John Hatfield in the corner for a three. Trevor Lamb's going to get the rebound. And two for Trevor. Now it's 6-4 with 6:50 to play here in the first quarter. Staley with the zone, and there is a three. That's going to be John Griffin, the senior guard, 5'10". Now it's 9-4. Kearney comes down, sets it up pretty quick, gets the shot. Hatfield in the corner again. And it's going to be a traveling call on Brian Young. The stall game's working pretty good, but just getting some turnovers out of Staley, which is not helping their cause.
I missed one from these guys, so 3-4
Number one. Some good defense, and Trevor Lamb's going to come up with it. Brian Young with a shot, no good. Zach tries to get a rebound. I think they're going to call Michael Brinkmeyer for being on the back of Chris Head, I believe. 5:41 to play. Kearney still with a 9-4 lead. And that's a traveling call on Kearney as we get one of them turnovers back, and Coach Belcher is not real happy with that. Zach's going to take it over to the far sideline, Hatfield, and kicks it over here to Brian Young. Brian Young is going to drive, kicks it out to Nathan Fulkerson that has come in for Michael Brinkmeyer. Michael Brinkmeyer with 2 fouls. He'll probably be sitting down for a while. Brian with a nice drive and a layup. That'll make it 9-6. Once again, Kearney right down with the ball, and they start whipping it around. Staley in the zone, moving. Three-pointer. Trevor Lamb had the rebound, got knocked out of his hands. Brian Young comes up with it. Kicks it over to Nathan Fulkerson in the corner. Back to Brian. Ball gets knocked out of Nathan's hands. Kearney right down. And that was just a 2-try, but it didn't touch anything. And that was Dre Starzl. No iron on that one. And it went off of the hands of a Kearney player out of bounds, so it's going to be Staley ball. Staley now with a chance to tie it up here, just a 1-possession lead. Zach out to Trevor. Trevor looks inside to kick it out to Hatfield. Hatfield goes down. I think that's going to be a foul on somebody. Got him after the shot, and the foul is going to be on Chris Head. And John now be shooting 3, I believe. That was definitely 3-point range. Misses the first one. 3:14 to play here in the second quarter. Yeah. John makes the second one. It'll be 9-7. He can get it down to 1 point. Looks like Jody Kraft is going to check in for Trevor Lamb. There's John's third try, and it's in. 9-8. Kearney with a 1-point lead with 3:13 to play. I think this style of play and speed of play has definitely got Kearney just a little fouled up, and I think they are going to call traveling call. And the ball is going to come over to Staley. We're under 3 minutes. Brian Young with the ball. Jody Kraft. I think that's going to be a foul on A.J. Shepard. Shepard? That's a third team foul. Hatfield will throw it in. A long pass cross court to Brian Young. And that's going to be another foul on Kearney. That's his first. Eric Farley, that's the team fourth. .215. John Hatfield with another 3-try, but a little bit short. Hit off the top of the rim. We're under 2 minutes now, 1:55 to play. Kearney with a lot of passing, moving, dribbling. I don't think that was a shot. I think that was a pass, but it hits the rim. 128 now, 125. 9-8, Kearney with a 1-point lead. Get it inside to the big guy. Chris Head with a turnaround jumper. It will count, and he's going to get fouled in the act. So that's a foul on Zach Riley. And to be his first, team's third. Gets it up to 11-8 now. 1:17 to go here in the half, first half. Chris is going to make that 12, 4-point lead. 2 possessions for Staley, and the way this game goes, that could be a half a quarter. Brian drives toward the bucket again. Kicks it out to Nathan Fulkerson. Kicking it out to Nathan. .30 seconds to go. Just about a travel on Jody Kraft. 25. Nathan Fulkerson gets an open look, but it closes up quick as one of the other Kearney players comes over to cover up. 12, 11, 10. Zach Riley's going to drive. No good. Off the backboard. Kearney with the rebound. 7, 6, 5. Going to kick it out for a 3, and it will go in as A.J. Shippert buries a 3 right before halftime, and that's going to make it 15-8 here as Staley coming out with some different approach to this game as they really try to keep the ball away from the Kearney Bulldogs. We'll be back with second half action here in just a minute. Okay, folks, here we go with the second half. Once again, Kearney with a 15-8 lead, and they have the ball. Staley still in that zone defense. Kearney's zipping that thing around the outside, looking to get a pass inside, and they do, into Chris Head. But Staley closes in on him pretty quick, and he kicks the ball back outside. Cross-court pass. Eric Farley, they get it inside to Chris Head. He doesn't make the shot, but he will get fouled. And we'll see. Foul is going to be on Brian Young. That's going to be his first foul. First team foul of the second half. Here's Chris's first shot, and it's going to fall. Make that 16-18 now. Kearney with an 8-point lead. 7:22 to go here in the third quarter. Chris's second shot is up. Chris is senior at 6'7". Sure, he's going to be playing some ball next year somewhere. You may have to give me a little room here. There you go. And Staley goes back into the stall ball. Folks from Kearney aren't too proud of it as they let out a few boos. Coach Belcher down on one knee, hand, got his elbow on his other knee, hand on his face as he sits and watches. Coach Wheeler sits on the bench, watches play. Once again, I think Staley's plan, keep the ball out of Kearney's hands. They don't have the ball, they can't score. Plus, when Kearney comes out of that fairly tight defense, like right now, they've got 3 guys. We'll pan over here and show you. They've got 3 guys in the free throw lane, really trying to close that middle off. John Hatfield and A.J. Shippert having a little conversation over on the side. kind of laughing and smiling at each other. Under 6 minutes here in the third quarter. Starting lineup here for the second half, once again for Staley, going to be Hatfield, Lamb, Riley, Young, and Brinkmeyer. Five and a half minutes to go now, third quarter. 17-8, Kearney with the 9-point lead. You just have to think sooner or later that Staley has to play the ball. How can you make up 9 points if you don't shoot or play? 5 minutes to play. Kind of reminds me of my high school days. We had teams that used to do this against us.
Have you seen this strategy before?
Yeah, been years, but I've seen it. Like I say, been a long time since I've seen this, but it has happened before. I think it's one of the reasons they enacted the shot clock into college basketball, was to prevent this type of a game. We're getting ready now to be at 4 minutes here in the third quarter.
Since you've been around a while? I don't know.
Kearney fans now on their feet over there, raising a little ruckus. I mean, they've got a 9-point lead. I don't know what they're worried about. Coach Wheeler talking to one of the players on the bench.
20 years of basketball. I've seen this perform quite in this manner.
Well, it used to be, I think they had a line out there that, if I remember correct, if you were past that line, you had to play the ball, but I think high school did away with that. Now, defensive player has to come out and pick up the offensive player for the ref to start a count. Now we're approaching 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. I think we've only had maybe 1 or 2 shots. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
So basically what you're saying, there's no shot clock in high school.
The defensive player has to come out and pick up the offensive player in order for the ref to start a count. Well, one thing about it, I don't think any of these players are going to be wore out after this game. In fact, if Coach wanted to, he could probably have a practice afterward.
Matter of fact, the juniors come out.
We are under 2:30. I guess Staley is going to play for the last shot in the quarter the way it's going. Zach Riley's out there at mid-court, you might say, almost having a stare on Coach Wheeler, like, what do I do? Do I stay? Should I go? Almost be wondering and worried a little about somebody maybe getting hurt because they're not warmed up if play does resume, as we're under 2 minutes now.
It's a good time to buy popcorn.
Getting down to 1 minute and 30. 2 guards for Kearney kind of joking with each other.
So what you're saying is any minute there's going to be fireworks.
Yeah, we're under 1 minute and 30 now, 1:25 to go. I don't think still we're going to see any action until probably 10 or 15 seconds to go. And Staley might move the ball around. Wheeler shouting out some instructions to the players on the court. Going to be under 1 minute here pretty quick. Brian Young and Michael Brinkmeyer come over to confer with each other. Hatfield comes over. Is this going to be some kind of a trick play here?
Maybe quarterback sneak, you think?
50 seconds to go. I think Zach Riley, he may hold the record for controlling the ball longer than any Staley player in one period. Now Staley starts some movement. Going to be 30 seconds to go right now as a few players start trading positions on the floor. But Zach stays out front with the ball. Going to be down to 20 seconds here now. Under 20. Coming down to 15. We're under 15. And Zach starts moving with the ball. Gets it to Brian Young, inside to Michael Brinkmeyer. And it's going to be blocked by Dre Starzl and off of Michael Brinkmeyer with 2.3 seconds to go. And Alex Pruitt is going to throw up a shot, but it's going to be way short. And after 3 periods now, it is going to be the Kearney Bulldogs 17 and the Staley Falcons 8. We'll be back with fourth quarter play here in just a second. Okay, we're getting ready to go here with fourth quarter action. The 3 referees were conferring together down here. I'm not sure why at the end of that third period. Now Staley comes out. Looks like they're going to play. Brinkmeyer out front, and they're not running that spread offense that they were running either. This is more common to the usual offense that Staley runs, which is just more or less that weave. There's Zach, and he's going to put it up, and it's out. Zach tries the rebound, but no rebound. But it's going to be off a Kearney player. So it's going to be Staley ball out of bounds. Hatfield better get rid of it. Almost a 5 count, knocked away by Chris Head. But Trevor Lamb is going to get back and get that. There's Brian Young with a drive and a score. Brian Young. And Brian is going to be going to the free throw lane. And that's going to make it 17-10 now. Brian will get 1 shot. And the foul is going to be on Dre Starzl. Brian's shot up and in, 17-11. 7:12 to play. Kearney with the possession of the ball for the first time in almost 8 minutes, I believe, almost a full quarter. Staley in the zone. Kearney swings it around over to the far side, now up to the top of the arc. Over to the near side, looking inside for one of the big guys. Riley knocks it away, but it's recovered by Shepard. Cross court. Inside. To Starzl, he kicks it back out. And Zach Riley steals it. But Chris Head knocks it away. And I think it's going to be out of bounds. Going to be a foul on Brian Young. And the second team foul of the quarter. Kearney still has the ball as they have it on the baseline, and they'll put it in play. Into the big guy, but it hits the backboard. John Hatfield comes away with it. And he's going to kick it out to Zach Riley. Kearney with a 6-point lead, 5:50 to go. Trevor Lamb, and he's going to put up a 2, but it is short. And it's going to be Chris Head with the rebound. Shippert makes a pass, anticipated what he thought Head might do. And the Kearney coach, Gary Belcher, wants to talk to the troops here. Says, okay, I know this is kind of a little strange, different kind of game we're playing here, but let's get our heads in it. And over here on the other side, I'm sure Coach Wheeler is saying, hey, we got things going our way. Let's control the turnovers, get the good shot, and we might come out of this with a win. 6 points down now with 5:53 to play. Still Kearney with the lead, 17-11.
As for the Debbie Coomer, our...
See how this plays out. Staley still 2 possessions away from the tying it, 3 possessions away from getting the lead. Staley ball out of bounds here on the baseline. Young into Riley. Trevor Lamb. And Trevor's going to turn it over as Eric Farley got a hand in there and knocked the ball out just far enough to get it out of there. And so much like many players will do when the ball is stolen, Trevor commits the foul afterward. Make it 18-11, 5:19 to go. Jody Kraft is going to come in for Trevor. With Trevor just his first foul, 3rd team foul for Staley. Farley makes both of them. We're back to 8. Here's a 3 by Zach, and it's off the front of the rim. And I think they're going to get Michael Brinkmeyer for reaching over on that. And that's going to be 3 on Michael. That big guy, we need him inside, but it looks like Tyler Nugent is going to come in for Michael, give him a breather. Coach Wheeler's thinking we may need Michael on down the stretch, so Tyler comes in, fill in that middle. And that gives us some height, got up to 6'4". We're going to pick up 2 inches. Brinkmeyer at 6'2", Nugent at 6'4". And a ball is going to be stolen by Jody Kraft as they try to get it into Chris Head. 4:44 to go here in the 4th quarter. Brian Young starts to drive down the lane, kicks it out to Hatfield. Kraft with it. Back over to Hatfield. Hatfield's going to drive in, looks at it, going to kick it out to Brian Young. Going to call traveling on Brian Young as he shuffles his feet before he takes the shot. Kearney ball. 19-11. 4:21 to go. Kearney kicking it around the perimeter, and here is a 3, and it's going to be off. And Tyler Nugent with the rebound. That was Alex Pruitt with a 3 try. 3:45 to play here in the 4th quarter, 19-11. Starting to get down to where Staley really needs to put up some shots, and Hatfield does. A lot of arc. But off the top of the rim with a big bounce and a Kearney rebound. Zach gets a hand in there, knocks it loose. But Pruitt regains control. They get it inside to the big guy, Head, but he misses, and here's the drive. And a miss. Boy, that was rolling around the rim there like a corkscrew. as Alex Pruitt threw up the shot, and he's going to get fouled by Tyler Nugent.
Tyler Nugent, that's his first, team's fifth. Come on. Shooting 2
That'll put Pruitt at the line. We've got 3 minutes exactly to play here in the fourth quarter. Kearney with that 19-11 lead. And Pruitt's going to sink the first one. Make that 9. And he makes the second one. Make a 10-point lead now for Kearney. There's Jody Kraft. He got it into Tyler Nugent, but it's knocked away by one of the big boys, either Head or Starzl, I'm not sure which. Staley ball now on the baseline. Over to Zach Riley, into Tyler Nugent, and they are going to call, I believe, Chris Head for the pushing foul. Now Eric Farley, I'm sorry. That's only Kearney's second team foul, so it's no shot involved. I can't even say it, involved. So it's out of bounds. I get it into Brian Young, over to Zach. We're down to 2:35. Staley they're going to call a charging foul on Zach Riley.
Zach Riley does his second. Team 6.
And it's going to be another foul on Tyler Nugent, and once again, it's going to be Alex Pruitt going to the line, shooting 2. 2:20 to go here now, still a 10-point lead for the Kearney Bulldogs.
Alex Pruitt.
And Alex is going to miss the first one. Second one's up and in. Make it 22-11, Kearney. And Coach Wheeler says, give me a timeout. I want to talk to the guys. We're going to see what we're going to do here for the last 2:12. Got a timeout on the floor. We'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, we got 2:12 to go. Staley still with a pretty big hill to climb. Down by 11, 22-11. But they've got the ball. Zach kicks it over to Jody Kraft. Back inside to Zach Riley, and Zach is going to get 2. Coach Wheeler wants another timeout. That's going to get it back down to 9. And get some more strategy. Almost feel like I'm at a pro game here, the way they work that last 2 or 3 minutes of a game. Coach Wheeler trying a bunch of strategy here tonight, trying to get this win here against the Kearney Bulldogs. We'll be back with just 2 minutes to play. Yeah. Staley now in a full court press, and they're going to trap that guy over in the corner. And they're going to get the ball. Brian Young with it, kicks it out to Hatfield for a 3, and it's off. Tyler Nugent goes up, and they are going to call that off of, I think, Jody Kraft on the foul. And that's going to be an 8th team foul, and that's going to put Pruitt at the line again, shooting a 1-and-1.
Tyler Nugent.
No, foul was on Tyler Nugent, and it's going to be A.J. Shippert at the line with a 1-and-1.
A.J. Shippert shooting 1-and-1.
A.J., a 6'3" guard. He's going to miss the first one, so the foul does work. It gets Staley the ball, but only 1:45. Jody's not wasting any time. Throws it up on the board, and I think kind of thought Tyler Nugent might get it. Hatfield is going to get that. Are they going to call a foul? Yes, they are. It's going to be a foul on Eric Farley. And Hatfield will play the ball out of bounds. Coach Belcher says if you're tied up, call a foul, call a timeout. I could hear him over here. Zach Riley going to play it in. Hatfield with the ball, a three. I think that's going to be a foul on Nathan Fulkerson. And it looks like Chris Head's going to be going to the line as we're down to 1 minute and 33 now with a bunch of fouls going on.
Teams 9. Shooting 1-1, Chris Head.
Once again, Chris Head, the 6'7" senior. It's up and in. Back to 10. And the second one's in. 13-24. Jody Kraft letting that ball roll so they can have as much time as they can. There's a three by Jody, no good. And it's going to be a foul on Staley.
Foul number 2 for David Fulkerson.
David Fulkerson with his second foul, and Chris Head at the foul line again. Chris with the free throw. 13-25. It's going to make it 12. And it's in and out and back in again. Now 13-point lead for the Kearney Bulldogs. 26-13. Here's Zach with a long three, and he will make it. And Wheeler wants to talk to him again now. They got it back to 10 and 1 minute and 16 to go. And we'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, 1:16 to play here in the fourth quarter. Once again, Staley with full court pressure. Now they're going over trap and they're going to foul. And I think that's going to be a foul on Brian Young. Nathan Fulkerson, I'm sorry. Going to be his third foul. And Chris Head to the foul line again. Chris misses the first one. Well, he lost 2 seconds on that play. And the second one's going to drop in. 16-27 now. Going to get it into Brian Young. It's partially blocked, and then I think it's going to be a foul on number 12, I think. Nope. Alex Pruitt with a foul. Brian Young now with a chance at 2. Makes the first one. Back to a 10-point lead. And second one's in and out and off the backboard, and Starzl with the rebound. What are they going to call? Timeout. I think that's a timeout called by Kearney. No foul.
30-second timeout.
Yeah, Kearney's going to call the timeout. So we got 56-3 to play. Kearney still with that 10-point lead. If I didn't know better, I would swear I was at a pro basketball game, the way the end of this game is gone. The way Coach Wheeler's trying to control the play and the clock here. Got to give Wheeler credit here tonight as they come in with a totally different game plan. Right now, Staley just 10 points behind the Bulldogs. Probably going to see a quick foul here. And I think it's going to be a foul on Nathan Fulkerson before the shot. So it's going to be Chris Head at the line again.
Nathan
Fulkerson.
Chris Head shooting 2.
So if there was something positive about that 5 minutes, why wouldn't you do that all the time? I mean, I don't know. I'm looking for some direction.
Yeah. I don't know. Head makes the first one and the second one. Now it's a 12-point lead. 29-17. Here's Hatfield with a 3, and it's going to be blocked by Starzl. And then Head drives the length of the court, but he's going to be fouled, I think, by Brian Young. And Head's going to go to the free throw line again with 46.7. John Hatfield with the foul. Head's going to make that. How many free throws does Head have?
10.
Chris Head with 10 points on the free throw line tonight. No good on that one. Chad Hall in the game. Was briefly on his fingertips. Jody just about travels, loses control. And that's Zach Riley. And gets it back to 10 points. And once again, Coach Wheeler is going to call timeout. Gets it back to a 10-point lead now. And we'll be back in a minute. Well, as quick as the third quarter was long, or short, that's right. This game is, the fourth quarter is going to be extra long. There's still only 2 seconds run off the clock during that play. And now A.J. Shippert will be at the line, the 6'3" senior, and he'll shoot a 1-and-1. 10 team fouls now on Staley for the second half. Makes the first one. Second one's up and off. Brian Young with the rebound. Zach Riley with the ball. Zach with a 3 again, and he's going to miss. Doesn't even hit the rim. Coach Wheeler is calling a touch by Kearney, but he's not going to get it. It doesn't look like. 26 seconds to play now. And they're going to call reaching in on Jody Kraft. And Alex Pruitt will be going to the line this time. No, they call it on Chad Hall. I'm sorry. First foul for Chad.
Alex Pruitt.
20-31, and he's going to miss. Second one's up and in. Looked like a pretty flat shot, but it fell. Jody Kraft looked like he wanted to take a 3. Couldn't do it. 16-15. Hatfield looking, throws up a 3. And it looks like Zach Riley may be fouled. But that's still only the 5th team foul, so it's going to be Staley ball out of bounds with 10.2 seconds. And down by 12. Into Brian Young, back to Zach, a 3. In and out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. And that's going to do it. Chris Head has the ball. And in this game here tonight, with a different way of play, Staley is still going to come away the loser, 20-32, as the Kearney Bulldogs come in here and pull one out, 32-20 over the Staley Falcons. Well, folks, that's going to do it here for this game tonight. Won't take much to round up the scores, as Zach Riley is going to have 2, 4, 7, 10, 12 points for Zach. 1 for Michael Brinkmeyer. I'm sorry, none for Michael Brinkmeyer. Brian Young has 2, 4, 5. And Trevor Lamb with 1. On the other side of the board here, Alex Pruitt is going to have, it looks like 5 points. AJ Shepard 1, Eric Farley 2, Chris Head with 2, looks like 12 points, and Daryl Starzl with a 3. Well, folks, that's going to wrap it up for another Grandpa's video. Hope we'll see you at a game here probably sometime this week, hopefully here at Staley. I'm not sure what the schedule says, but take care, folks, and have a good week.